Yesterday in my community, the Smart Creative Academy, I shared about how to study your competition. Now, I just want to give you a small taste of that by sharing with you today the 4 important reasons why you should study your competition. Okay, so number 1. You should study your competition so that you can learn about their successes and their weaknesses. Okay, there's no other way to be able to do more and advance and be better than the competition out there, than by really understanding, what they're really good at that's really helping them to progress, and what they really suck at that's really holding them back. Now, as creatives, you guys are seemingly in a unique category of your own, because not only are you competing with other creatives, other artists, other graphic designers, other influencers, you're also competing with just technology in general, right? Because a lot of, as a creative, you produce content, right? But there are so many platforms that are also vying for the attention of your audience, right? So anything from games to webinars to, just digital platforms and digital, software that, attracts people. So like before, it used to be that artists were, they were pitted against artists, right? But now it's like there's so much going on in the world right now, that, even to get audience's attention is harder than ever before. I don't know if you guys remember, but when COVID kind of first hit, back in March, I mean, everyone and their nan was literally on IG Live, right? Everyone was suddenly having all these talks and these workshops and these seminars and these webinars, whatever, and so because there was that then meant that there was so much to choose from, right? And so to even get the attention of your audience was harder than before, because now they had so much to choose from that it was even overwhelming to be able to make that choice, right? So that is a reason kind of why more than ever you need to be able to understand the strengths and the weaknesses of your competitors. So people in your niche, people in your genre, people who produce the sort of creative work that you do, so whether that be illustration, design, branding, social media, marketing, whatever it might be, all of that counts as competition for you, right? So it's really important that you understand the strengths and the weaknesses. So number 2, it's important to study the competition so that you can find a basic blueprint from which you can then build on. Something I say often, and something that I will continue to say, is that everything is a remix, right? So there's nothing new anymore. Everything that you do is just an adaptation of what has been previously done. So take advantage of that by looking at your competitors, seeing where they really suck, really good at, and using that as a foundation for the brand that you're building for yourself, right? It gives you the basics, and this was something that I did when I was starting my brand, right? I looked at all the I looked at a variety of talent management agencies out there. I looked at over 500 different agency websites and social media, and I was looking at their services, seeing how they run, seeing how they operated, seeing how quickly they would respond to my emails. All these sorts of things was what I was taking note of, and that's what really helped me to build a foundation, because I wasn't starting from scratch. I was starting from experience. So that's what I would also encourage that you do when studying your competitors. The third thing is that studying your competitors will help you to better understand about the people that you're actually trying to attract, right? So if you're an artist, for example, hip hop fans are the people who are going to follow hip hop artists, right? Because they're a fan of it, that's why they're following it. So if you're a hip hop artist and you've identified someone who you class as your competitor, so a fellow hip hop artist, then actually go into their profile and actually clicking into their followers and seeing the sorts of people that are actually following them, the sorts of people that are actually engaging with them, so that you can learn more about this audience and you can kind of find if there are any common themes that you can exploit in terms of the sort of content you put out. Look at engagement levels and see, okay, you know, what does this audience seem to be engaging more with, and what do they seem to be engaging less with, and use that again as the foundation for the brand that you are building. So really get to understand your ideal audience through your competitor. That saves you a lot of hard work, because, you know, the competitors have already kind of pulled them together for you. But it also means that before you even begin, you really understand the people that you're trying to reach. And then fourth and finally, it's important to do competitor analysis, because it's an opportunity to really help to define your USP. Like I've said, you know, finding what's weak about your competitors could then be what you really focus on and you're really strong about, right? For me, when it came to the talent management side of things, I found that a lot of talent management agencies were great in terms of, you know, getting bookings and things, but they weren't so invested in the actual development of their clients, right? They were only invested in getting them more work, which means more commissions, right? So that's what's kind of unique about Muster in that way. Like, we really do focus on, you know, your branding, your social media, the way you present yourself, your EPK, your website. Like, those are the things that we're really looking at, and we're also really looking at ways in which you can improve the content that you're putting out and really just enhance yourself and become a better you. So those are the things that really make Muster unique. So those are just 4 reasons why it's important to check out your competitors. If you don't want to miss great content like this, then be sure to either click the link in my bio or just Google on Facebook, you know, Smart Creative Academy to join us, so you don't miss out on this. I do weekly lives every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So I hope to see you guys there. But in any case, have a fantastic day.